you in the parking lot, man.
Oh my God.
I'll see you in the parking lot, man. This interview is over.
I had one wish, and my wish was to talk to the star of Obsession, and somehow we've got you here today. You don't usually come on for under 7 figures.
I do podcasts for 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
but I don't do acting roles typically for under 7, But I'm sure we'll be covering that plenty in this interview.
You've said in interviews that this role changed your life forever. Would you walk me through the moment that you got the call that you landed this role?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I'll preface this by saying I think the role changed the lives of the viewers more than me.
Sure.
Because, I was a big Hollywood actor before this, and I still am now. Yeah, Curry called me up, and he's like, we have this huge, crucial role of a bartender. Can you be on set in 30 minutes? I think the results spoke for themselves. The movie has made almost $500 million, right? So I think that says a thing or two about my performance.
Absolutely. Obsession is the highest grossing horror film of all time. What's it like carrying that weight on your shoulders?
It's a lot of pressure, but nothing I can't handle. I moved out to LA to act, and, I kind of manifested. I want to be the leading man of a huge movie. And look what happened. I manifested it. I was the lead of a $500 million grossing movie. Now, a lot of people are saying like, oh, he wasn't the lead. It was Bear, or it was Nikki. There's a lot of chatter about that. But I think true cinephiles who really studied the film, they know who the real puller of the strings was, the real villain, and that was Bartender.
Take me back to your first day on set.
Yep.
What's going through your mind? What's the preparation on the biggest horror film of all time?
I mean, extensive prep went into the role. I went full method, like I said. Here's a little breaking detail I haven't really told people. I've never been a bartender.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've never been a bartender?
Nope. And I know that's shocking to hear with how authentic my performance was, but never bartend. I've only served. I did many years of serving.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah. Never know by how much I nailed that performance. I go to the producer to check in. They're like, oh, you're Malcolm. I'm like, no, I'm Bartender.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So they changed your name because you're so humble.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that as well, yes. Yeah, Curry wanted to give me a name. He wanted to give me several scenes. I said, no. Put me last in the credits. Don't give me a name. Put me mostly in the background, out of focus. And the 2 lines I do say, I want them to be off camera. I don't even want to be seen saying the lines because I know that it's going to detract and take the spotlight away from the stars, and I use that term loosely, the stars, Indy and Michael. And don't get me wrong, they did a great job, but, they're getting the credit they are because I took a step back and let them have the spotlight.
And I know your humility is coming with brevity.
Yeah.
But there's been rumors, please correct me if I'm wrong here, that you lived above a bar for a month to prepare for this role.
I did. That was mainly because I got evicted from my studio apartment that was not above a bar. So I was kind of like squatting at this other place that was in the crawl space above a bar before I got kicked out there. But, I mean, it was in preparation.
What was that like for you transitioning into instant stardom?
Yeah. Well, it was, like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. That's a quote I just made up right now. Yeah, you can write that down. Yeah. It takes a very humble person to handle the responsibilities that come with being a superstar. And I think I'm uniquely suited to handle that. I guess I'm kind of built different, I guess you could say.
I could say.
Yeah.
Now, your character's arc is so layered.
Yeah.
Could you please walk me through your process?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, how much time do you have? Because this could take hours, but I'll try to condense it for time's sake.
We'll move some things around.
Yeah. So I mean, everything I did in the film was intentional. You know, I've discussed this in previous press junkets and interviews, like the shaking, for example. I wasn't just shaking the shaker cup. I was shaking up the vibes that were going to happen in the scene, right? And it's like when I said the line open or closed, one of my famous iconic lines off screen, people thought I was talking about the bar tab. No, I was saying to Nikki, are we open or are we closed, right? Is the relationship that we used to have, are you open to it continuing? Yes, I, bartender, dumped you, you know, after the relationship that that bartender and her had. Sorry, I keep messing that up. But
are you still in character?
I mean, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that's what those misspeaks were. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, and I'm actually really appreciate that you're being so open.
Yeah.
I was really afraid to ask. There's been rumors. Okay, the connection between you and the female lead in this film is almost intoxicating when you watch the film.
Oh yeah.
Would you be willing to discuss if there was actually some off-screen chemistry?
Okay. No, Jake, you're trying to get a soundbite out of me. You're trying to. Where's TMZ? You know, are you trying to? You
went there.
Yeah.
You went there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. I have discussed it. Look, I can't feed into those tabloid rumors, man. You know, me and Indy. All I'm gonna say was that we had a lot of chemistry on set, but we're actors. You know, so don't let the red hot chemistry that bartender and Nikki had on set, don't extrapolate that, okay? People want to, you know, the press always does this with me and my female co-star. It was an on-set thing, okay? I'll leave it at that. I'll let the speculators speculate. I'll let Reddit do its thing. All I'll say is that on set, yeah, we had chemistry. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we get what you're
Yeah,
at.
that's all I'll say.
That one line, it became so iconic.
Yep.
Fans are quoting it.
Yep.
Okay. How does that feel to use such a small context and create something that will last generations and generations?
It's very meaningful. It's very powerful, very humbling, you know. And it's just 3 words, open or closed. And actually, that was one of 2 lines I had. We can't forget about got a card for the shots.
We wouldn't.
Yeah, we would never think of doing such a thing. But yeah, that open or closed line, there's something about it that just stuck with people. People are getting it tattooed. It's like the most famous movie quotes in history. Like, you know, we'll always have Paris, or
life's a garden, dig it.
Yeah, or life is like a box of chocolates, you know?
Willy Wonka.
Isn't that Forrest Gump?
Absolutely right. How many takes did it take to capture such a captivating performance?
Well, I'll just say this. I am what they call in the industry a one-take wonder. And let's just say that I lived up to my name, and rest is history.
History for generations, to say the least.
Yep.
Did you do your own stunts behind that bar?
This is also something I have not yet revealed publicly, but the answer is yes. That was me.
That was you.
That was me.
What goes into the contract?
The shaking, the pouring. The contract, let me tell you, there's a lot of legal stuff. I mean, true actors, Tom Cruise, you know, they do it themselves. They don't need a stunt double, and neither did I.
What was your relationship like with the director? There's been rumors that you had some creative control of the bartender role.
Yeah, the way I would describe my relationship with Curry would be like a Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, right? They worked together for years to build that dynasty. They won 6 championships. And they had this relationship of mutual respect, right? Because I don't really like Curry, but god damn it, do I respect him, you know?
He's not likable.
No, very unlikable guy.
Redheaded?
Curry and I have this relationship of respect where we're not friends. There's a little coldness. There's a little coldness, right, between us, but we each recognize each other's greatness. We're able to work together and just have incredible chemistry on set, but offset, there's this kind of tension between us. And then naturally with like a Brady and Belichick, all the fans out there, sports fans say like they debate who's more responsible for the success of the Patriots and those 6 rings. Was it Brady, me, the actor, or was it Belichick, Curry, the director?
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, right. I'm not going to weigh in on that. I'm going to let the fans and the critics have their theories. I'll just say, look at what happened after Obsession. Look at who's gone on to what. Curry, what has he done? He was in a Weezer music video or something. It's like, Weezer? Okay. What is this, 2004? Yeah, I mean?
Right.
It's like, okay, cool, I guess. Me, look at what I've been up to post-Obsession. I was in a Priceline social media 15-second ad. Okay. I did a brand deal for Ray-Ban Meta glasses.
Sure.
That I posted on Instagram Reels.
Can't imagine the revenue on that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only things that I'm allowed to say that I've done so far. The rest is all
NDA.
under wraps, NDA. Yeah, you get it.
Where
So
do
it's like,
you rank this performance? Daniel Day-Lewis,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro,
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
What's that like, comprehending for yourself?
Yeah, I'm not going to say where I stack up against those guys. I'll let the critics make the Mount Rushmore of method actor greats that they want to make.
Sure.
But those guys are, they are my contemporaries. They are my rivals. And, a lot of people think, how Daniel Day-Lewis, he retired from acting for, a decade, and then he came back fairly recently. A lot of people are speculating that he came back to compete with me.
I think that makes sense. At your level of fame, it's hard for the layman to understand, honestly. How do you deal with this level of fame? Can you even go out to eat in public anymore?
No, I can't. That's why you always see me wearing that plain black hat, which shows that I'm famous.
Like
if you
Leo.
if you have a plain black hat, they don't just give anyone that hat.
They don't.
You can't just go into a store and buy a plain black hat. You only get that if you're of a certain status. The plain black hat, the sunglasses. This is the new uniform that I have to wear. People hound me every time I walk outside. I was at the grocery store the other day and someone comes up to me, "Hey, I'll take whiskey sour on the rocks." I was like, "Oh, I'm not."
They're still in it.
Yeah, they think I'm like, "Oh, we're not at a bar." They're like, "Oh, but you're a bartender." I'm like, "No, this isn't a bar." And they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were working. I thought this was a bar and you were working because you were so good as bartender. My instinct when I see you is just to order a drink."
I think that leads into the obvious question.
Yeah.
Was there real black magic used in this film to create the impact that it has for generations?
Again, I want to leave some of the lore to the imagination.
Sure.
But, on that same token, it's like people are wondering, what did the bartender use his one wish on? Speaking of black magic, did bartender use his one wish? And all I can say is Obsession 2 will tell you.
What are your plans for the sequel? Would you accept a supporting role, or is that beneath you?
I would absolutely not accept anything less than the lead. And I already have accepted the lead, so it's a moot point. The sequel is in the works. What has not been decided yet, I should say a second movie is in the works. What hasn't been decided is if it's a sequel or a prequel, right? Yeah. Prequel, for the viewers who don't know what that means before. It's a little insider industry.
Life of the bartender before.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what prequel means. Will it be before the events of Obsession, what leads to the events there, or after? If it's after, people are speculating, will it be the bartender trying to break Nikki out of jail? You know, his ex-girlfriend.
Of course.
Or when in the
You're
prequel,
preaching to the choir. You don't
Yeah.
need to preface.
Yeah. So you know, all the great, rich storylines that could happen. Maybe they'll make both. Maybe they'll make a prequel and a sequel. You can never get enough bartender, you know?
Decades from now, when people talk about Obsession, what do you want them to remember about your performance?
Yeah. Wow, that's a very deep question. I just want them to look back at the movie and say, you know what? I saw myself on screen. That bartender wasn't an actor. That was me. That was looking in the mirror. That I was bartender. I am bartender. And I don't mean me, Malcolm. I mean the viewer. For now and forevermore. When you watch that video, I want those viewers to say, that's me. That's a human. That's me.
Malcolm, any advice for any aspiring actors that aspire to a career like your level? What would you say to them?
I would say, believe in yourself. I would say, follow your dreams. I would say, so this thing just came off the dome, top of my head, but there could be 100 people in a room, but as long as that one person in the room believes in you, maybe that one person is connected in the film industry.
You know, creative tension has been reported on the set of Obsession, okay? Between you and the cast.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to discuss what really happened on that set?
All I'll say is Brady Belichick, you know? It's like those guys, in order to win the Super Bowls they did and have the dynasty they did, they clashed and they butted heads. And Curry, again, the Belichick in this analogy, it was not always smooth with the Brady, me. But so there's certain things that were said between us that I can never repeat. But I will say the end result was a Super Bowl, AKA a $500 million grossing film at the box office.
So far.
Yeah,
far.
and counting.
And counting.
You know, I kind of wish they hadn't put it on Peacock.
It's on Peacock?
Yeah, and you can stream it now. So I feel like that chips into the box office numbers, which pisses me off because I'm big time cut in on the back end of this thing.
Sure.
You know, so I don't know why they did that, but.
Speaking on the director.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that he rewrote scenes based around your character after watching the dailies of your performance. Is that true?
That is true. And he added that scene, the infamous deleted scene, where between, you know, in the final cut of the film, it goes from the trivia night bar to the car ride back home, where Bear makes the infamous wish. After Curry saw my performance at the bar, he's like, we need another bartender scene. So he added this nightclub scene where the four friends are out at a nightclub. Bartender comes in, and because he's very plugged into the nightlife in this city, they were at like this after hours, and he swoops in and he takes Nikki, and he sweeps her off her feet, and they just have this incredible romantic evening together. And, you know, he shows her around town, and he's got like this cool sports car, and they're driving around with the top down, and just shows her the best night of her life. And they ultimately cut it for the film. They said it didn't make any sense. But, you know, it will live in infamy. And one day maybe that scene will be released.
I think it's safe to say she may have been obsessed.
Well, I'll say this. Remember when she called bartender babe? After
We
I
all
said,
do.
yeah, yeah.
How could we forget?
Right. When I said my iconic opener closed.
Opener closed.
Open babe. Open babe. Right. Doesn't call anyone else in the movie babe.
Not once.
Except bartender. So you can do the math there. You can extrapolate that.
What's the strangest thing that a fan has said to you out in public?
It's hard to pick one because there's so many. A lot of people have been asking me, like, Malcolm, will the bartender from Obsession be returning in Avengers Doomsday? And to me, that's crazy because the answer is obviously yes.
Of course, naturally.
Of course, that's a dumb question.
Right.
You know, I'm happy to answer questions, but don't ask me dumb questions.
There's only so many actors in our generation that can actually have us anticipating their next performance.
Yeah.
They could put you in anything.
Yeah.
And the box office is going to do numbers at this point.
Yeah, true. I think the results are self-evident.
Matt, I don't imagine you spend much time on the internet, but there's a whole subreddit dissecting the psychology of your character. Have you stumbled or heard about this?
I haven't seen this. No.
What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, it's cool that people are dissecting and talking. It's not surprising.
Will they ever get it?
Maybe.
People actually cosplay your character at conventions. What's that like, seeing your character reflected in that fashion?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know, people wearing that iconic all-black bartender outfit. Now, I see you're representing that right now.
I couldn't wear anything else?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. It's pretty cool to see. Halloween Horror Nights just got announced that Obsession would be part of that. And yes, bartender will be there. The whole chatter was like, oh, Freaky Nikki will be roaming around and scaring people. But they obviously missed that they didn't talk about like bartender for some reason. But obviously bartender will be there too. Will be played by me. I haven't technically been hired by them, but I plan on doing some like vigilante acting where I'm going to go in and I'm going to start working as a performer there. And I'm just going to run up to people in my all black, you know, so I'm going to be very blended in to the dark. And I'm just going to come around people. I'm going to sneak up and I'm going to be like, open or closed.
My God.
And I got you right there.
You got me.
Yeah. And then like, got a card for the shots, you know? And so it's going to be terrifying.
You terrified me.
Yeah. They might kick me out.
Well, that's the thing, though. Will they? Because that kind of leads me into my next question. Who else could play you?
No one.
We heard about the physical transformation that you made in preparation for this role.
Yeah.
What was that like? What are you on?
Oh, well, I'm honored that you think I'm on something. I am all natty, but I put in years of training to achieve that bartender physique because I knew that one day a role would come along that required that. I found out about the role 30 minutes before it shot, but that doesn't mean I didn't put in the work for years to be prepared to take on a physically demanding role like bartender. So yeah, years of training, a lot of chicken breast and broccoli and brown rice, sacrifices. That's what being a great actor is all about, sacrifices.
Now, with all the sacrifice, everything that you put into this role, the manifestation that you clearly just made to get this role, award season's coming up.
Yep.
How can you possibly, like, the pressure that you're dealing with, the anticipation of Best Actor for the Academy Awards, how do you process?
Look, are you trying to get a soundbite out of me again, man? You're trying to get a soundbite out of me. You're trying to get me to say that I deserve Best Actor. Man, look, I'm too media trained for this, man.
We know.
I'm too media trained. I'm not going to say, man. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to give you the soundbite that you're looking for.
He's good.
I'll just say this. I'll say this.
Okay.
My role spoke for itself. My role led to $500 million at the box office. My role was one of the best acting performances in film history.
Without question.
Not just horror movies, not just indie movies, all movies, okay? It was one of the best and most authentic method performances ever. Does that mean I deserve Best Actor? That's not for me to decide. That's not my job. That's the critics' job, right? That's the critics and the fans. They have their job. I have mine. I show up on set. I kill it. I deliver a generational performance and let the chips fall where they may. The rest is out of my hands. So I'm not going to say if I deserve it, okay? But I will say that my performance was one of the best, if not the best ever.
Is there an actor that could carry that weight of delivering the award to you if that was to happen?
Sure. I think Daniel Day-Lewis would, I would accept it from him.
Okay.
I would accept it from De Niro. I would accept it from Meryl Streep. I would accept it from them, I think. Yeah.
Now, there was rumors about the cinematography during your scene, the lighting. Did you have input?
Oh, of course. Of course. Taylor Clemens,
Okay.
the DP, I think that's his name. I was like, Taylor, I'm like, you got it all wrong. This is how you do it. And then so what you saw the finished product of in Obsession was because of me.
Some of those scenes seem to be shot more intentionally during your scenes.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, for half of the scene, I was out of focus, right?
Sure.
Bartender was out of focus. And that was to convey that things aren't always clear, right? When something's out of focus, it's not clear. Bartender is not always clear in focus in the frame, which means things aren't what they seem.
First of all, that's incredibly poetic.
Thank you.
With that poetic nature, that intuition that you have both on and off screen, was there ever a temptation to actually direct more of the film outside of those scenes?
There was, and the requests were made by Curry. He's like, Malcolm, I can't do this. I'm a first-time director. I can't do this by myself. I need your help.
Naturally. And
I was like, no, you got it, man. You got it. You got this, bud. You got this, champ. You know, come on, get out there, Curry. Get out there, kid. I took a hands-off approach. He wanted me to oversee everything, and I said, Curry, no. So you can't afford me, respectfully. This is a $750,000 film. If you're paying me to oversee the directing, it's going to be millions.
That's below your personal budget.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like I already took a pay cut from 7 figures to 3 to act in the film. Now, you want me to direct it too? What do you want me to rewrite the whole script too?
God, he's got some nerve.
The guy has got nerve.
Did you stay in character in between takes?
Yeah, I did not break for a second. Like I said, from the moment I walked on set, they're like, "Oh, hey, you're Malcolm, right?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm bartender." You know, we broke for lunch. Friends are coming over. Cooper Tomlinson, who plays Ian, who's a friend. Anthony Pavoni was there, who plays Reggie. You know, they're friends. They came over and like, "Oh, Malcolm, how's it going?" I'm like, "Who's Malcolm?" They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm bartender, and you will address me as such." Okay? I'm not Malcolm here. I am bartender here. I have a totally different backstory and arc than Malcolm the actor. And sometimes people are like, "Oh, method actors are so obnoxious. They make life a living hell for everyone on set." And it's like, yeah, well, if you want a generationally great performance, you're going to have to live with some of the annoyances that a method actor is going to have offset, you know, during lunch and snack time. I'm going to be making things very difficult for the rest of the cast and crew. I'm going to be a nuisance, and it's going to be like really awful working with me. But then you have the result, the $500 million. So you take what you can get.
Is it true that a third of the budget went to the bar in the film?
Yes.
Okay. How are you managing the drinking temptations around all of this alcohol? I didn't want to bring it up.
Sure.
You just got out of rehab. What was that like?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so it's like, I'm going to let you in on a little industry secret here.
Sure.
Okay. So you see I'm pouring shots, right? I'm making pina coladas like this, which, by the way, I just want to take this moment to call out Curry Barker. I know I did it before. I'm going to do it again. People are coming at me online, overwhelmingly very positive comments and feedback about my generationally great performance, right? But people are like, oh, you're not a good bartender. Where's Bear's Pina Colada? You never delivered Bear's Pina Colada. And to that I say, plot hole. That's a plot hole. That's not on me. Who's the writer of the film? Is it me?
Curry.
Or is it Curry? Thank you. I didn't write it. I didn't write that shit, okay? Curry wrote it. And if I had written that script, you better believe that there wouldn't be a single plot hole. It would have been airtight. But Curry, he's just going to have that glaring plot hole. And then people, instead of coming after him, they're coming after me. They're like, oh, you're a bad bartender. Or even worse, you're a bad actor. Can you believe that? People are calling me a bad actor because I didn't deliver Bear's Pina Colada. I wanted to, but it wasn't in the script. I was just following my lines. That's what you do as an actor. You don't want to overstep on the writer-director. You do what you're asked. You do what you're asked. And I was ordered a pina colada from, but I was never told to make it or give it. And that is Curry's fault. And I am demanding right now, a public apology from Curry Barker. He needs to apologize for the slander that I've received for this horrible, disgusting accusations that I'm a bad bartender.
It's a witch hunt.
It's a witch hunt. I am oppressed. I am, first I've had to deal with the Nepo friend allegations, right? I've covered this.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, Malcolm, you only got the bartender role because of nepotism.
Bullshit.
And then, oh, Malcolm, you're a bad bartender. No. I'm sick of these allegations and these accusations. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm sorry to get emotional.
It's okay.
But it's not my fault that Bear never got his pina colada, okay? It's not. It's not. It's Curry's, and he needs to publicly apologize and take the blame for all the hate that I'm getting. The hate is getting too much. I can't take it anymore. So he needs to come out and apologize to me.
Have you been able to shake off the role?
No. No, it's still, it's hard to get into character. It's even harder to get out of character. And when you have to take on a villain like Bartender, it's dark.
We saw what happened to the Joker.
Yeah. There's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of waking up during the night where I'm sleeping, and then I'm just like, I got to pour someone's drink. Oh, it was just
night
a
terrors.
dream. Yeah, night terrors. God. I have these terrors that, like, I have customers that haven't gotten their drink yet.
Sure.
Do you ever have those dreams where you're like, you didn't do your homework, or like you have to go to you dream that you're still in school again, and that you have this assignment. I have that dream about bartending, but it's from the movie. I've never even been a bartender. So it just shows you how deeply, I'd be sleeping like, Bear didn't get his pina colada. And then my girlfriend's like, Malcolm, it's okay. It's okay. Acting is it takes its toll
Sure.
on you mentally. And this role in particular, this twisted villain role, it's tough. But, you know, I'm still here another day, one day at a time.
Martin Scorsese said that the greatest performances come from the smallest moments. Do you feel that's what happened here?
100%. You know, people are heralding Nikki's performance, Indy's performance as Nikki. It's like, oh, look at her range. She's crying and screaming and shouting and yelling, and there's blood all over her. Sure, that's great, but that's easy. What's hard is to deliver a subtle performance where instead of screaming at someone, instead of bashing someone's head into a brick, you're like, here's your shot. You know, open or closed.
Closed.
Got a card for the shots? What can I get you to drink? I mean, I had some other lines that were cut too, but it's like, it's easy to do all the flailing around and to walk with a flower pot in front of your head. And no shade at Indy. She did, it was a good performance, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I could have played Nikki, but Indy, could she have played bartender?
Not a chance.
Yeah. I'll let you say that. I'll let you say that.
If Stanley Kubrick was alive today, do you think he would cast you in a film?
Oh, yeah. If he could afford me. Yeah, I mean,
that's the thing.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it's
thing.
like if he's willing to back up the Brinks truck, then yeah, but if he's got a tight budget, it's probably not happening.
Some are comparing your role to Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. Minimal screen time, maximum impact.
Yes.
Do you feel that correlates?
I think that's a good comparison. Yeah. I mean, I think Hannibal Lecter, that character, was not that scary compared to Bartender.
No.
It's kind of like the PG version of Bartender. It's more of a villain for kids, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's a little scary. I thought it was scary when I was a little kid. Then I grew up. You know, Bartender is terrifying for everyone.
Do you think this role gets taught in film school one day?
It already is. It already is. I've had professors, teachers reaching out to me saying they've added the bartending scene to their curriculum for their film classes. So we're only a couple months after Obsession, and it's already deeply in the curriculum. So, as it should be.
If they made a museum exhibit of Obsession, what would you want in your case?
Wow. There's a lot of artifacts. There's the shaker cup,
Sure.
where I famously shook up the vibes. There's my outfit. I haven't thought about this. My outfit is out there somewhere. My wardrobe. Blair James, the stylist for Obsession, she presumably has that outfit. And she's sitting on a gold mine. I would probably like to get my wardrobe back. I would like to auction off my wardrobe, the all black, to charity, because that's just the kind of guy I am. So, yeah, Blair, if you're listening, if you could reach out, that'd be great.
Most actors, Brad Pitt, Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, famously take items from the wardrobe after each film.
Mm-hmm.
You're so humble that all you managed to take with you was the PTSD.
Yeah.
How does that weigh in on?
And there's a lot of that, by the way. No shortage of the PTSD.
Do your friends and family treat you different now that you're a horror icon?
I mean, Thanksgiving is going to be interesting this year. I expect to have extended family and relatives I've never even met be like, oh, yeah, Malcolm, we remember you. You know, but it's like, okay, why are you really here? So it's like, and my mom called me on my way over here. And she's like, hey, Malks, just checking in. How's it going? I'm like, shut up, Mom. You're just calling me because I'm famous now. I don't want to talk to you. Stop. And then I hung up on her because, like, I know she only wants to talk to me for my fame. So it's like I can't even trust my own mom and dad anymore.
Are you
It's like,
serious?
yeah, and then my dad called me. He's like, "Oh, hey, Mel, did you see like the Twins won last night?" I'm like, "Stop, Dad. I know you're just calling to get money from me.
Wants another
Stop."
check.
Yeah. And then I had to hang up on him. Can't trust my parents, my siblings. I'm like holed up in my apartment. I can't trust anyone anymore.
Yeah.
It's the price of fame is wild, man.
Does
It's wild.
SAG-AFTRA have a disability fund
I don't know, but they should.
for that PTSD?
That PTSD is real.
I want to do some rapid fire questions with
Okay.
you. One word to describe your character.
Aura.
What's the most underrated moment in your performance?
The smirk.
There's a fan theory that your character's backstory is hinted at through the lens reflected in your eye in the wide shot. Is that intentional?
That's one of those things that I just have to leave up to the viewer. I can't answer every theory, or else people would have no fun. But I will say there are legs to that theory.
Now, I hesitate to ask this question, but this is from a fan.
Yeah.
We ran a poll on Instagram stories at jtx.tv. What do you say to the people that say your role isn't as critical to the film as you believe it is?
Who says that?
There were some people on Instagram.
Some people who?
I don't
Is
want
it
to
you?
listen.
Are you
No.
people?
It's
Are
not,
you some people?
No.
Because, Jake, it kind of sounds like you're using this fake third party to launder your own beliefs.
Oh, it's not me.
Okay.
Someone else asked, if you had one wish with the One Wish Willow, would it be that you had more lines?
My one wish would be to tell that person to shut the hell up. That's what my one wish would be. I didn't need more lines. I had the appropriate amount of lines. I didn't even want any lines. Curry had to beg me to say lines. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't even want any. I wanted to be an extra. He's like, "No, Malcolm, please be in the credits. Please have 2 lines." I'm like, "Okay, but I got to be off camera for them." Fine. Just please. So no, I didn't want more lines. I didn't want more fucking lines. No. And to anyone saying I wasn't crucial, paramount to the movie, that's not true.
Not true.
I will fight anyone who says that. Come at me. I'll tell you where I live. Come to West Hollywood, and I will fucking fight you. So anyone who says that, and including you, Jake, including you, I'll see you in the parking lot, man.
Oh my God.
I'll see you in the parking lot, man. This interview is over. I will not be disrespected. I will be treated with respect. God damn it.
Oh my God.
Fuck you. I'm out.
Oh my God.
I'm out.
Oh my God. Bartender,
Treat me with the respect I'm owed next time, okay?
Oh my
I'm
God.
done with this. I'm done. And this is over. This podcast is over. And this guy needs to learn how to respect a true Hollywood actor. Talking about, do people not think your role is important? You would wish Willow for more lines? No! I had enough lines. I'm out of here.
Oh my God.
I'll see you outside, Jake. I'll see you at your car.
Never meet your heroes. Oh my God. Never meet your heroes, guys. He's got some serious PTSD going on. Well, guys, thanks for subscribing to the Jake Thomas Supernatural Podcast. I'm going to see if I need to call law enforcement. Until next time.